Okay, so time to build in some volume control at the very least on here. So let's delete these two for a moment. And I'm going to bring in something to control level. Now a multiplier is what we're going to need for this. I'm going to actually select the phaser, then undo Command 1, and that's automatically doing the first part of the patching for me. I press the star symbol for multiply and tilde to make sure it knows it's audio that it's actually multiplying. There we have the object. Let's move this out of the way slightly. And then the output of this will be patched to my digital to analog converters. Let's just tidy this up a little bit. Left output, right output. What is this value going to be multiplied by? Well, for that, I'm going to use a slider. This is like a form of fader, if you like, a controller. So I can go to put, if you can't remember the shortcut, and you can see I've got V slider and H slider. I'm going to go H, which is horizontal as opposed to vertical slider. Let's put this to where I want it. And then I can patch this to here. Now the values for this are going to be a little bit different from what you might expect. It's not 0 to 127 as you'd expect with MIDI. If I double click on here, or right click, sorry, and choose properties, you can choose your lower to output ranges. Now 0 to 127 of course will be for MIDI, which is why it's in there at the moment, but I need to change this from 0 to 1, so basically off to the original level it came in at, 1 times the level. And I'm also going to make this logarithmic, because the human ear hears in a logarithmic manner. Slight problem with this is that the lower range on logarithmic cannot be 0. So you can see there it's actually 0.01 is the quietest it could be. We can try and fix that in just a moment. So I'm going to close that down. I'm going to save the project, turn on DSP, play a note on the keyboard, oops, leave edit mode. It would now be producing sounds, but you can't hear anything until I move this fader up. All the way down, I can still slightly hear it. So let's turn off the DSP, leave edit mode, and I'm going to put in another type of object. So I'll go back to edit mode, so not leave it, Command 1, and I'm going to do minus space 0.01. So this object, this is a subtract, so we saw the plus earlier, this is minus. Now this has got an input of, well, okay, the way this has worked is that this is essentially, it subtracts the right input from the left input. However, I've already set the default value for this of being 0.01, so it'll do that without changing anything. So I don't need to bring in a number and patch it through there. So I can take the output from this fader to here, patch from here to here, and now that's taken my value all the way down to 0 when I need it. So if I go back out of edit mode, click on DSP, I should now be able to turn this all the way off. There we go, straight away. Slight problem is that the fader defaults to not actually activating this. So it will start making noises. I need to turn it up then down again. Well, there's different ways we can actually address that, which we'll come to in a later video.